Hey there, this is Danielle, your celestial piper. I am doing Weird News Wednesday today, and I got a bunch of different articles to show you. I'm going to try something different. I'm going through Zoom so I can do a share screen, and hopefully this works out. So here we go. So the first is Nichelle Nichols' remains will go explore strange new worlds. Here she is. She was in the TV show Star Trek. It was like 5 decades after the original Star Trek series ended. Its beloved communications officer will venture into unknown for real when Nichelle Nichols' ashes are launched into deep space later this year. She died at age 89 in July. She's remembered as one of the first Black women featured in a major television series, as well as credited with inspiring women and people of color to join NASA. Here she was. She was beautiful. And now her symbolic journey beyond the stratosphere continues. United Launch Alliance, an American spacecraft launch provider, announced last week that a portion of Nichols' ashes will travel to deep space aboard a Vulcan rocket, with Celestis, a private company that sends people's cremated remains and DNA into space for memorial flights. The first Celestis Voyager service is set to launch later this year and will bear the name Enterprise Flight in honor of its passengers. It would also carry the remains of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry and his wife, as well as those of James Doohan, who played Montgomery Scott in the series and films. You know, like Beam Me Up, Scotty. But apparently, that is a Mandela effect. Maybe that's a video we should do in the future, although I'm sure lots of videos are out there on the Mandela effect. We're very pleased to be fulfilling this mission, a promise I made to Majel Barrett Roddenberry, and that was the wife of Gene Roddenberry, in 1997, that one day we would fly her and her husband, Star Trek creator, there we go, Gene Roddenberry, together on a deep space memorial space flight. Celestis co-founder and CEO Charles M. Schaefer said in a press release. So the flight's going to be launching from Florida's Cape Canaveral, and it says it's going to travel more than 250 million miles into deep space. I wonder how they record that. Yeah, I'm not a big truster of NASA, so I'm just saying. Maybe they keep the remains here and just take the $12,500 that it costs to buy tickets for that journey. That's just absolutely crazy. I didn't even know they did that kind of thing. You can even send your DNA, apparently. So, yeah. So that's our first article. The second article, I don't know what to make of it. So they had strange lights in Texas, and they were spotted Thursday night north of Austin. Here we go. So see right here. So unfortunately right here, I have to edit because it didn't pick up the volume of the video. So there was mysterious lights spotted Thursday night north of Austin over Brushy Creek and Cat Hollow. Video was sent to Fox 7 by Gus McGivern. He was out walking with his friend Kyle Gomez near Cat Hollow in Round Rock. In real life, when you see it, it's a lot brighter than it actually is, said Kyle Gomez. Emily White says she and a friend were near Brushy Creek, close to Cedar Park at the time, and they also recorded a video clip of the lights. It was mesmerizing, honestly. It was so silent because if it was one light, then I would have maybe thought, oh, a helicopter, a plane, something like that. But like there was so many of them together, said White. Fox 7 asked White if she wondered if she was having a close encounter. Now, this gentleman here says the UFOs may actually have been UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, like drones. He'd have to say there's nothing extraterrestrial involved with this, but I'm not to say that couldn't be a possibility. Um, Gene Robinson, who lives in Wimberley, trains drone pilots and flies several types of UAV platforms. He reviewed the video sent to Fox 7. My initial take on this is that it is very likely a drone based phenomenon, said Robinson. At one point, the lights in one video clip zoomed off. Some people assumed that was in the air was projected by a laser, but Robinson noted it doesn't seem like there was anything for a laser to reflect off of. That's pretty unlikely, so I'm still thinking that this may be someone testing their do it yourself swarm. So explains a drone swarm is a big light show. They started taking flight about 2 years ago. Drone swarms can fill the sky like those that flew over Shanghai in 2020. Galveston had one for a 4th of July event. In March at an SXSW, a drone swarm generated lots of buzz. Pretty much expect this to be the future of nightlight shows, and these drones are going to be swarmed as we've seen 100, 200, 300 drones, said Robinson. Gus and Kyle, after watching the Skyfox drone fly Friday afternoon, say that they saw was probably UAVs, but are not totally dismissing the UFO idea either. It was mesmerizing, honestly. It was so silent, said White. The FAA requires a waiver to fly at night, especially a swarm configuration. Officials with the agency say they are checking to see if a waiver was granted. Round Rock police say they did not get any calls about the lights. So that's interesting. So, and all these articles I'm going over, I will be putting them in the description down below. So if you want to take a look at it, but here's this. It's quite uniformed. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff in the sky. I've seen stuff that looks like stuff that they've gotten from the Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. And I also have seen satellites in the sky. There's a difference. And I don't know about these. I think there could be something explainable about it. It's weird. Definitely interesting the drone swarms that they were showing. So let's see. So then I have this other article. I thought this was weird. Old manuscripts which reveal bizarre medieval medical cures being shared by Cambridge University. Treatments for battle wounds are among the remedies described by Cambridge researchers say many target a familiar set of ailments such as headache, toothache, diarrhea. I don't think that's how diarrhea is spelled, is it? Coughs and aching limbs. Now I'm questioning myself. Look at this picture. Oh my gosh. All right. So baking is salted out and grinding it into powder to treat gout is one of the bizarre suggestions found among thousands of medieval medical remedies. Stuffing a puppy with snail and sage, roasting it over a fire, and using the fat to make a salve is another suggested gout cure. I don't think so. Someone suffering from cataracts 100 years ago would be advised to mix the gallbladder of a hare with some honey and use a feather to apply it to their eye. Okay, I want to know where they came up with this crap. First of all, do they just sit there and ponder and go, I wonder if I take a gallbladder and mix it with hair, rabbit hair, with some honey and use a feather to apply it to their eye, if that would work. Then you wonder if any of it did work and if it was a placebo effect. I mean, these are the thoughts that pop in my head. The treatments are among 8,000 medical recipes contained in 180 medieval manuscripts, mostly dating to the 14th or 15th centuries, that are being digitized by the Cambridge University Library. However, some date back even earlier, with one being 1,000 years old. They also give an insight into the violence of medieval life. Well, we all know that, with advice on how to discover if a skull has been fractured after a weapon injury, as well as how to set broken bones and stop bleeding. And you wonder how many people died back then from just like infection and everything else. Some contain detailed illustrations and show doctors used a bewildering array of ingredients, animal, vegetable, and mineral, said project leader Dr. James Freeman. For all complexities, medieval medical recipes are very relatable to modern readers, he said. Many address ailments that we'll struggle with today: headaches, toothache, diarrhea, coughs, aching limbs. So here's different pictures and stuff like that. It says Freeman said that they are also a reminder of the pain and precarity of medieval life before antibiotics, before antiseptics, and before pain relief as we would know them all today. Other treatments include, I think we talked about that, salting an alum, baking it until it can be ground into powder. These are just really interesting things and somewhat gross. So we're going to go back to NASA. NASA, um, there is a picture, and it's very pretty, actually. Strange halo over town in China ignites conspiracy theories. Don't you love that word, conspiracy theories? NASA offers explanation. UFO sightings are often explained as misunderstood weather phenomenon, so it's not surprising that NASA is getting ribbed for using that approach in addressing a strange halo seen over China. It appeared in August over, I guess it's Pure in the Yunnan province north of Laos, and resembled a rainbow-colored tower sitting atop a cloud of dark exhaust. Interesting. So this photo was shared on the 6th of September. And they offered an explanation that involved clouds, uniformly sized water droplets, and diffracted sunlight. More than 62,000 reactions and 1,400 comments later, it's clear not everyone's convinced it was natural or accidental. And, it's coming from NASA. Shall I say more? I mean, all the pictures that they have, it says artist interpretation, the pictures they have from space. So, like, what do you believe? Among the alternative theories is an explosion, toxic chemicals sprayed in the atmosphere, and a Chinese government hologram experiment. So I had clicked on this because I was like, what? So let's go over here. It brings you to Facebook. And I guess it's like a group page, NASA picture of the day. An iridescent Peleus cloud over China. Yes, but how many dark clouds have a multicolored lining? Picture behind this darker cloud is a Peleus iridescent cloud. And again, I'm not the best at pronouncing words, so go ahead and laugh at me. It's cool. A group of water droplets that have uniformly similar size and sew together diffract different colors of sunlight by different amounts. The featured image was taken last month in Pure and Yunnan province, China. Also captured were unusual cloud ripples above the Peleus cloud, the formation of rare Peleus cloud capping a common cumulus cloud is an indication that the lower cloud is expanding upward and might well develop into a storm. Now, I mean, I know that, because rainbows usually come from moisture in the sunlight, so I could see where they're getting that from. But I also know that they have technology to create unusual things in the sky as well. Although this very well can be just scientifically proven, to be honest with you. But so next, watch a girl walk an emotional support alligator on a leash in Philly Park. Don't mind me. I'm just walking my emotional support alligator. Yeah, nothing weird about that. Kids trying, let's see. That's not it. Here we go. So the article says kids trying to beat the Philadelphia Heat got a glimpse of a little Gatorade on Friday. Videos show a young girl walking an alligator on a leash and playing a series of water fountains in Love Park. It is legal to own an alligator as a pet in Pennsylvania. How about that? But it's against the law to release one into the wild. It's funny because the news reporter says, very snuggly. Now, I love reptilians, amphibians, stuff like that. I'm a strange woman. Most women are afraid of that stuff, but I love them. But an emotional support alligator? Okay. That's new. I thought this was pretty nasty. I make jewelry out of semen, but the process literally stinks. But I just really don't get this. So this person's a clay sculptor and revealed last month that she started making what she calls Jay-Z jewelry. Is it supposed to be Jizzy? Sorry, I can't help myself. 2021, after someone commented on one of her TikToks asking whether she ever considered using, oh, okay, man juice in her creations. After making a half joking post about the request um, on Facebook, Booth and her husband began receiving actual requests. Wow. Well, people like weird stuff. I mean, I have a necklace that's made out of animal bone. I don't know about using semen. Uh, and it smells like semen. Nice. Because it is semen. Hello. Process them at the end of the day. Otherwise, we're sitting in the smell all day. We did it in the morning one day. Why would somebody want to wear smelly jewelry? Why would somebody want to wear someone's bodily fluids? I just, I I just can't. I just can't. But I guess to each to own. She found that a teaspoon of sperm along with clay polymer was the way to make perfect sculpture. Interesting. I want to know how they say that. Is it Jay-Z jewelry shop? Jay-Z? Jizzy? Pun intended. You are mine type collar. It would be our little secret and inside joke. What? She is loosely part of the BDSM community. Many viewers of Boost TikTok have commented on the jewelry, expressing their curiosity as well as poking fun at. Oh my god, I love your bracelet. What is it? My unborn children. Are you guys like me? Like when you're on Facebook or something like that, you just right away go to read the comments because sometimes I think the comments are funnier and more interesting than the actual post. So imagine 75 years from now finding a necklace at Goodwill and not knowing it has this in it. New meaning for pearl. I wonder if it would still stink 75 years from now. A new meaning for a pearl necklace. I'm carrying your love with me. Just because something can be done doesn't mean it should. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Well, alrighty then. So be on the lookout for next Wednesday's Weird News Wednesday, where we're going to go over some brood ex cicadas will be sex crazed zombies with disintegrating butts. It's an article from last year, but I thought it's pretty interesting. Shoot, I wish I had a disintegrating butt, but I definitely don't want to have that kind of disintegrating butt because it's pretty nasty. So that's all for today. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below because that helps my channel, helps the algorithm. Also, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. I am now back over 600 again and heading to 1,000. That's my goal. So if you're not subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you did click on the subscribe button and that little bell so that way you're notified of new videos. Peace out, my friends, and keep shining your light.